So initially I thought I was only gonna have to address this one time, but it looks like things have changed. So this is my disclaimer. If you are a person who gets offended by any type of ethnic, racial conversations, please leave now. Hey my loves, Cyn out here coming at you with another video, and in this video, you know, your girl gonna be super calm and chill because I recorded the first version of this video, but I think I may have done it too early because when I first did the video of me retiring, I want to say I was at about 70K, and we've grown a little bit since then, and I feel like a lot of people are confused, so I just want to get to it. I know everybody's always like, what do you mean? What do you mean you're retired and you don't do hair anymore? We're not going to see you on YouTube anymore? That is not it. When I say that I am retired from doing hair, I mean that I no longer trade my artistic abilities as a hairstylist for money. I no longer do that. I no longer let people attach a price to what I am worth. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with anybody still doing hair or anything like that. I feel like sky is the absolute limit, and right now my passion is actually making sure everybody that's coming up in the hair industry knows how to get into the hair industry and make it a business, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years from now the industry is nothing like it was with me coming up. First thing, I've already told you guys the gist of why I decided to retire from the hair industry. All of those things still stand. However, in this time that I've been done, and I've only been retired since February of 2009. Since then, I've had so much time to like reflect, self-reflect, and go within and really find out what I need, what I want, and what thoughts are actually mine. I had to disconnect. What do I mean by that? Well, anybody that's in the hair industry or any industry where you work with the general public, you know that you're somewhat of a therapist as well. And as much as I love my clients and things of that nature, like imagine in a day having 10, 13 people a day, and each person is in there alone by themselves, and each person has a full story that they have been dying to get out. And they will be horrible stories. Right? Horrible. And I'm the type of person, I internalize everything. My birthday is July 20th. I'm a Cancer, and I'm really emotional, like really sensitive. I used to look at that as a negative thing or as a bad thing, but it's such a superpower. We'll talk about that in a minute. It was, like I said, for the most part, like growing up, my family used to make me feel like the way that I was a negative thing, like me being so sensitive, like, oh, like here she go, you hurt her feelings, oh now she's about to cry, da. So because of that, I used to have this really big, strong, like chip on my shoulder because I was so sensitive and I didn't want anybody to take my kindness for weakness. But the older I got, and once I had my children, life completely began to transform for me. And in the midst of all of that, you know, started my whole business as a cosmetologist, and like I said, video in the description box below so you guys can, you know, look deeper into it from that perspective, because I've already went into that and I don't want to go back there because we will be doing this forever. I really got to this place in my spiritual journey where I put myself first on a level that I never even really thought about, because people say all the time like, oh, I love myself, but no you don't. You do not. No you don't. No you don't. And I'm only saying that to you like that because I didn't love myself. I did not. Like when you say you love yourself, I don't know what the hell I thought I meant. I'm trying to figure out like a really deep way to put it. I don't know what I thought I meant, but what I mean by loving yourself is like, you know how you love your dude or your woman, like that feeling that you get when they come past you, like when you think about them and the stuff that they do for you, those butterflies that you get because you love them so much. That's how you should feel about yourself. And I can guarantee you deep. And once you start to dig deep and you see yourself for who you really are and you know where you're going, that's a whole nother video. Once you do that, then everything is clear. Like, all of the things that you like didn't know, that you didn't understand, and all of that. Like everything just lays out for you. And as things begin to lay out for me, like I began to be able to see like how much anxiety and stress and anger that I used to always have, that I will always have. And I'm like, why am I so mad? Why am I so angry? Like I'm getting everything that I want. Like I have everything that I want, but like nothing, like I'm so unhappy. So I started to look at my life and like the other things, because it wasn't my husband, it wasn't my children, it wasn't my house, okay? Like it was none of those things. But when I sat down and looked at it, the things that I would get most stressed out about was clients and customers. So it was my product line and me standing behind the chair that was stressing me out. And so I love myself. And so I asked myself, like, okay, what is it that I have to do to put myself in a position to be more comfortable? And it was like, you have to stop doing hair. And like one of my friends, she's like, just magical. And we got on the phone and I called her and I told her, I was like, girl, like I don't want you to give me like a crappy answer. Like I want you to tell me the first thing. Like don't sugarcoat stuff with me, nothing. And I told her everything that I was feeling and I said, what do you think? And I'm like, of course I'm not gonna do what you say. I just really respect like the God that you are, and I want to know what you think, right? And so she told me word for word everything that I knew that I was supposed to do. Everything God had been telling me to do, I knew that that's what I like. That's word for word. And I'm like, okay, it's done. And so there we go. Product line done, standing behind the chair done, completely in a new paradigm, everything, right? Comments, I get so many nasty comments, you guys. Like for example, this morning I'm getting up, like I don't even charge my phone in here or charge my phone downstairs. So I do my thing and then I go downstairs. So go downstairs, pick up my phone, and this is the very first thing that I saw. Hey Karen, thanks for starting my morning off great with a bowl of cereal, great, you know? And it's so crazy to me because the only videos that I get nasty comments on are the videos where I talk about natural hair, I swear. If y'all go through my videos, the only videos that I have people calling me out of my name, calling me like crazy stuff, wishing death on me and my family and stuff like that, those are only from videos of natural hair. And this is the problem that I have with you. Now if you're not one of the people who do this, then I'm not talking to you. So just skate this by, girl. Go get some juice or something, okay? In the Black community, we so desperately want to be respected. We so desperately want for people to treat us with equality. We want them to stop disrupting us. We want them to stop mass murders. We want them to treat us with the love, dignity, and respect that we feel that we deserve, right? However, we do not do that in our own community. Remember, energy is neither created nor destroyed. It's just transferred from one person to the next, or from one object, one atmosphere to the next, okay? So let me say this. This morning, whenever I woke up, I was in the greatest mood, and I'm still in one. Just know that did not disrupt anything. But let's be real. So I got up this morning, and before I got on my phone, I was great. I was in the greatest mood. I had control of my day, over my morning and everything. So I pick up my phone, and then I see this. So we already talked about where I'm from and how stuff goes down where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't argue with women at all. And but I'm still having a human experience. Like, you mad, or you big mad, or you big mad. Listen to me. I am from Detroit, Michigan, okay? Most of the boys that I went to high school with, and a lot of the girls too that I went to high school with, are either dead, in prison, or on their way to one of the two. The majority of them. And then there's a small group of us that left. Or if they're still in Detroit, they've put themselves in a different, paradigm, and they're in a different atmosphere in Detroit. They're not still in that same atmosphere, but that's how I grew up, okay? I grew up with going to a new school. This like really happened. Like going to a new school, brand new school. Don't nobody know me. Nobody knows me. There's no way I could have done anything. Like, true story, this really happened. Like, and this is multiple times. I'm just telling you, like, this one day I go to a new school, I'm in my locker, and when I tell you I don't know anybody, like no one, I know no one, and which was fine. I'm just trying to figure out my combination. So as I'm figuring out my combination, I felt somebody behind me, but I'm like, maybe somebody trying to figure out that combination too. And there's this random girl who I had never seen one day in my life. Like, I don't like you. I was like, okay, like, okay. And she's like, we about to scrap after school. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't even know you. She's like, whatever, I heard you was clapping that noise, woo woo woo, blah 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 blah, meet me after school. Well, things work where I grew up. I don't have a choice, because I either fight her or everybody in the school gonna come try me, like, every day. So I have to fight her and get it out of the way. So there was no like, what? Come on, let's fight. No, we didn't do that. Like, you walk outside, everybody in the whole damn school standing outside with their book bags like, oh, they about to scrap. We're not like yelling, screaming, who gonna hit first? What you gonna do? No, that doesn't happen. Everybody else like, oh, they about to fight. And then we would kind of just be sizing each other up, like looking. I would be looking like, okay, those shoes look a little flimsy. She got on the Melissa's and she might slip. We're sizing each other up, and then we scrap. Like, and then it's over. Unless the person that got beat up get mad and want to fight all the time. That happened a lot. I've only had my ass whooped one time. Well, a couple times, and my mama did it. Let's just say that. So I'm not saying all of that like to brag and boast and glorify that type of lifestyle. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, this stuff here on YouTube is small and minute. That ain't nothing. Like, nothing. I'm never ever worried or ever mad about anything that a troll has to say, because first of all, the stories that you guys see on First 48 are true, okay? And all I'm gonna say is I know people. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't. Those stories are true, okay? And this Rico people, this like hood, they don't tell you what they're gonna do for sure in writing, because they've been to jail before and they know that things can be printed out and used against them in the court of law. They know that. So anyone who is writing, calling me out of my name or disrespecting me or saying anything rude on YouTube is never bothering me, ever. I know that none of you would bust a grape in a fruit fight, and it's fine. Be a thug member on YouTube. It's great. I'm not gonna stop you. You're beefing up engagement. Thank you. So there are still things that I have to deal with when they come up. Let's just be real, because the way that trolls talk on YouTube, they would never talk to a human being like that in their face. Never. Okay? So I saw that, and I was like, okay, that was okay. And I had to talk to myself. Somebody pee-peed in her cereal this morning. I didn't even get upset, you know? But then still, there are old habitual habits from the way I grew up and from other things that will try to argue with you in your head. Like, she got you messed up. Woo, 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 this, and that. And you know what that is? That is all of the nasty energy that she has trying to transfer itself over to me. That's all that is. Okay, so with that being said, if a racist, we about to be 100. I'm about to keep it so real. Like, if you're a person who gets easily offended by racial conversations, please leave now. This is you see that pause? That was the pause for you to leave. So if any grandkids comment after this, you're special, and I'm gonna tell you in the comments. Let's do something really quick. A thing that helps me a lot with my spiritual development is having intense empathy. What do I mean? When you have intense empathy, you put yourself in the shoes and in the position of the person that you have a problem with, that you're dealing with, or whatever. So let's say there's a racist white person, whatever race, because it's not only white people that don't like black people, okay? So somebody racist is here on one of my channels, just the rice water video alone, and they hate black people because they think we're loud, they think we're ignorant, they think we're stupid, we're nasty, we're disrespectful, we're hateful, okay? Why in the hell would they change their minds about the way that they feel about us? Why would their energy transform or transmute into something else with the hate that we show each other? It doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't bother me at all. But people love to tell me like, Cyn, don't comment back to negative people. No, I comment back to trolls because I like to diffuse that negative energy that they leave. Because baby, I'm not deleting nothing because it engages, okay? If you get pizza views, amen, I say yes. So I'm not deleting anything, but I do comment back to diffuse the level of energy that people release. And proof that what I'm saying is true is this. If you see one negative person, right? It'll be times where I'll post a video, right? And it'll have 100 comments, right? Let's say it'll have 100 comments at first. And all 100 of those comments are positive. One negative person makes a comment, and after that one negative person makes a comment, there are like 40 people attached to that one person, because all it took was that one person to release their negative energy, and it just attracted everybody else. It either attracted everybody else or it made all of the trolls bold enough to say something, okay? Which is fine, but that's what happens. So if you are a racist white person in the rice water video alone, nothing else, just the rice water video, why would you stop being racist? I wouldn't stop disliking black people. I wouldn't stop hating black people. Why would I think that I should feel safe? Like if you're a person, I'm in Vegas, right? So my children are some of the only black kids in the school. So if all another white person has been exposed to, if every black person that they've ever seen is nasty, stank, and belligerent, why would they feel any different? And then they get on YouTube and they see all of y'all calling me all types of bitches and hoes because I am giving you facts. They see y'all calling me out of my name because I am giving you factual information that you can go research for yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that is the spirit of women. It is. And the same women that leave comments like that here on YouTube would book me. They would book appointments with me. So I would have all of that energy, and then my life would be spent not living. When I was standing behind a chair, I was not living. I spent my life in preparation to have my energy disrupted for me to come back home and try to be the best mother I could be, the best wife I could be, meanwhile being bombarded with horrible stories and negative energy, and just it was not worth it to me. I had to disconnect. And in our culture, if we want different results, we're gonna have to disconnect from the things that we normally do. So when I don't address comments and stuff like that, or if for example the rose water video, I won't be responding to anybody, positive, negative. I don't go on that post. Every blue moon, like, you know, Detroit CN may slide up if a notification come to my phone and I may respond. But for the most part, like, I do not go on there to respond because I will not allow the negativity and the hate and the disturbance and the disruption that's in other people to jump on me. Because when I say I'm an empath, that's what I mean. Like when old girl, what's your name? When Karen Williams, when Karen wrote that, as I was reading, I could literally feel the hate in her spirit. Okay, so you guys, I just really want everybody to stay educated and to stay well-rounded as it pertains to the curl texture chart, because I've been getting a lot of grief for that. That is a fact. The curl texture chart is not real, okay? It is not real at all. It was created by Oprah Winfrey's hairstylist. And you guys, make sure you are subscribed to my website, because if you subscribe to my website, you can get notifications whenever I post a new video here on YouTube and so many other things. Also, I really want you guys to check out my new blog on my website. And on my website, I go deep into detail about the curl texture chart and the hair typing chart, the true origin of where it came from, the year it was created, and all of that stuff you can find on my blog. So go check that out after you watch that video, okay? So like I said, you guys, I had to disconnect. I had to, because people do not have control over their spirits. They don't know who they are, and I do not want the lack of control that other people have over their energy to cause me not to have any control over my energy. Because if I don't have control over myself, I cannot elevate, and if I do not elevate, my children don't elevate, and that's not an option for me. Okay, so I really hope that that cleared things up for you guys. When I say that I'm retired, I do not mean that I'm not going to be here on YouTube. If anything, I stopped standing behind a chair to focus on YouTube a little more. YouTube is not my only source of income, baby girl, okay? It is not. I'm gonna do a house tour, because I'm not gonna tell you guys how much money I make and everything that because it's just some things I believe I have the right to keep personal. I don't sell drugs or nothing like that, but I'm good, okay? And that's another reason why I stopped doing hair. I had to disconnect. It didn't make sense. I do so many other things. Out of all of my other businesses, hair, me standing behind a chair made me the least amount of money, but caused me 10 times more stress than any business I've ever done. So I decided to disconnect from that. Okay, that's all that means. But I still, tomorrow I'm going up to my recording studio, and I'm going to be recording 4 videos for you guys. And I record hair videos for YouTube about 2 days a week. Like, sometimes I do it 2 days a week, sometimes I do it 1 day a week, but that's the new paradigm, you guys, that you need to be at. And I'm at a place in my life where I've already made my blueprint. I'm at a place in my life where my blueprint has already been written, and if anything comes up to me that does not match my blueprint, I'm going like this. I don't care who you are, family, friends, I don't care how long I've known you. If you do not match my blueprint, I'm not messing with it. It is what it is, and that's how it has to go. And when you get to a place where that's all that matters to you, when you get to a place where you don't care about what anybody has to say about you or what anybody thinks about you, then you're good. Right now, my goal is to not sugarcoat anything for anybody, and to be my complete and total authentic self. I'm gonna live out loud, and I will not stop until the sound inspires you. And if the sound of my voice is something that you do not like, baby, then I am just not for you. Okay, there are so many different channels here on YouTube, so many. Here we go, look at some. So you don't always, if I don't fit, if I'm not the flavor that fits for you in your lollipop bag, girl, then go and find another lollipop for your lollipop bag, okay? But I get so many comments of people like, oh, Cyn, don't respond to people. Listen, I am going to respond to trolls when I feel like it, okay? If you do not want smoke, do not come here shooting a shot, okay? If you don't like my personality, then you can go ahead and go. Okay, because nobody is forcing you to hold that phone. Let me look you in the face. Ma'am, if you're on here right now and you've watched this whole video thus far and you don't like me and you're waiting until this video ends for you to have something nasty to say to me, you are the slow one, okay? Because you could have turned this video off a long time ago. You know how many skittle diddles I see here on YouTube trying to tell people stuff. You know how much I close off people's video. You are the slow one. I'm going to live out loud, and the sound is going to do one or two things for you. It's either going to annoy the hell out of you, or it is going to cause you to want to live out loud too. Whichever outcome we have is fine with me, baby girl, but you do not have to watch me if you don't want to. Okay, yeah. Oh, tell me what you think about this entire video. Subscribe here to my channel, and once you subscribe, you already know what I'm going to say. Make sure you click that bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And make sure you are following me on Instagram, girl. If you got an Instagram, follow me on Instagram. And I love you guys so much. And until my next video, bye, girl. I ain't doing hair again, girl.